What's up, everybody? Forgive my visual appearance. I know I do often look awful, but I feel like I look extra awful today. I was all kinds of wrecked yesterday. All kinds. And I felt like smoking a pipe after breakfast today. It is way past noon. And I felt like taking some snuff. And I have had a big box of snuff delivered to me recently. Actually 3 boxes that comprise to a really big box of snuff. This is all the snuff I own at present. I do have another order coming with, I think, 22 or something snuffs for around 60 bucks. And I will have a contest in the future, and 3 snuffs I think I reserved for this contest, and it's not only that snuff in the prize, but that's what's coming up. So I figured taking snuff, and I made a video about my recent snuff haul and some requests that you guys may have about the snuffs that I purchased that you have heard of maybe, or are just interested in, simply because they sound interesting. And let's face it, that because something sounds interesting and recommendations are the most part for why we buy snuffs, right? So today I'm going to review Regensburger Pris, which means pinch of Regensburg or Regensburg. I think that would be the direct translation. Regensburg is a city in Bavaria, Germany, and this is made by Bernard Schnupftabak Snuff Company, and this is a Schmalzler. Comes in this slide tap box, so you don't have the flip top like on this tap box. You have a slide. And Schmalzlers are they are all very moist and coarse ground. So when you dab it out, I find this is plenty to snuff. And I always rub it out, because there are such thick, big, lumpy clumps. And I feel like I need a little bit more. Excuse me. Just a little bit more here. Now this is menthol free. Schmalzler, it is a pure tobacco, quite dark, that is mixed with margarine. In the earlier days it was fat, such as butter. That's why you have the buttery taste. And I think nowadays it's just some vegetable oil instead of margarine. The box, by the way, shows a pretty picture of the city, of the town of Regensburg. This is a 10-gram box, costs in Germany €2 and about 30 cents or 60 cents, so 2.30, 2.60, something in that realm. It is a nice Schmalzler. With all Schmalzlers you have a lingering taste in your nostrils, because it tends to stick to the walls of the nostrils and doesn't get to your back if you haven't taken too much of it. And it's not as rich and full as the original Bernard Fresco, no, not Fresco, the double fermented, the original one. I don't have the original tap box here because I filled it in a tube like this, but it shows this dude, but it's colored. It's a colorful box, and this is the Fresco. It's not as rich as the original double fermented. It tastes sweeter, and it tastes fresher for some reason. So the other one doesn't taste old and stale, but it tastes more earthy, more buttery, just more rich overall, you know, like fatty, like a rich meal, and you feel like you have that smell in your nose, you know, when you're full after a big meal and you still smell the food. And this one not so much. This one tastes lighter and it smells lighter. That's all I can say about that. Please go back to the Snuff request, review requests video that I posted, and look for snuffs that you might want to get reviewed. I will gladly do reviews about either one of those snuffs. I'm not gonna do a video about all of them because there are quite a bit and I have quite much to do these days, but I always can cram in a little snuff review for you guys. So thanks a lot for watching. This is a totally recommended snuff. Have a good night. Roll Tide, y'all.